Yes, people, welcome back to the Sarcasm City YouTube channel. It's the Balls of the Bridge time. I have no idea how many episodes is this, and as you can see, I'm by myself, and Mr. Russian is kindly to join us. And you know what? I'll start with you, Zeke. How you been feeling the last couple of days after that news?
Uh, hi, Father. I mean, I've been good. I've been good, to be honest. A bit of roller coaster when it comes to Chelsea these last
Yeah, man.
days, but hopefully I've been good. Like overall, I've been good. It's calm. How you
Nice,
doing,
nice to see
Alex?
you back, though. Mr. Russian, how you doing, man? You good? Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to play footy, so I'll wait until everybody shows up. So I'll stay with you until everybody shows up.
100%. And Zeke, I want to go with you first because we haven't spoke
Yeah.
on this Roman news. And how
Yep.
do you feel? How do you feel after that news came out after during the halftime of the Luton Chelsea game? Are you like
Uh,
kind of like
like.
mentally
mm,
prepared for the worst, or you just are kind of like disappointed to see him leave?
Uh, I would say that it was like different degrees because like first it was like, oh, he's giving like the stewardship to the charity. So like from that time, like you're like, okay, like something is not going like according to the plan, but
Mm,
we'll figure it out. So you kind of like not panic, like you are right, you're thinking about the future, saying that okay, maybe it's just like for a small period, and like few days later, like you see the statement. Like first of all, it was like the rumors. I'll be honest, like I didn't believe that. I was like, no, you guys are like exaggerating it. But after like I'm hearing, oh, Roman is actually ready to sell, and like less than 24 hours after you have the statement, and like now like you starting like to take it in and like take it seriously. Oh, that's not a joke. He's really trying to sell. So
mm,
starting from there, like I'll be honest, me, I don't know a Chelsea without Roman. Like I started supporting the club in like what, in 2003. So
mm-hmm.
I cannot imagine a Chelsea without Roman. So I'm kind of like confused, sad, lost because yes, like if we keep it like strictly football, Roman is like one of the best, if not like the best owner on earth right now.
Yeah.
So you always like kind of like, if you take for example the top six, besides City, we are maybe the most well run club. So you kind of like, I was used to take the piece out of United fans, Liverpool
Mm-hmm.
fans, Arsenal, Tottenham, and now like I'm almost in the same situation. I don't know that, so I'm kind of like confused right now. I'll be honest. So yeah, that's how I feel. I spoke a lot. Sorry.
Alex, I know we've been kind of like in the stream for the past like nearly 2 days now since the Luton game. What do you more like grateful on Roman? Like, what's your best memories when we had been under Roman? Is it kind of like winning the trophies, or maybe like the way that he always waved to the fans during the match days and kind of missed that atmosphere a little bit?
For me personally, the first thing was kind of proud he's Russian because I started watching Chelsea in '98. Well, I'm not gonna say that I was the big fan because it was hard for me to watch English Premier League in Russia in '98. Like all I was, the reason why I start watching is because I accidentally end up in a football match at Stamford Bridge. So I decided like, oh, that will be my English team. So, but
Yes.
after that, I was just on the newspapers and watched the game there and there. I couldn't have access to watch the games, all of them. So until Abramovich bought the club. So after that, the exposure of Chelsea became big. So the TV rights were always on TV, even in the Championship League games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was easier access for me to watch Chelsea than before Abramovich. Otherwise, I was reading, looking at the newspapers and all that kinds of stuff about Chelsea. But so for me, even though I started following Chelsea before that, it was the Roman the one that actually got me more into it because I was the access of Chelsea became bigger. It was easier to watch it from different different places in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So for me, he's the one that brought me bigger into the Chelsea to watch it because Chelsea playing better, playing in Championship League all the time. It
yeah.
was more for me TV exposure to actually watch it. So that was my one of the biggest thing. Thanks to him. That's number one. Number two, yeah, people can argue, can come saying that there is owners better. I just
Hmm.
never saw owner that much passion about the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The passion for the game itself. You know what I'm saying? The way he twitches when somebody misses, like the way he like a headers, like
Yeah.
he's gonna head it. You know what I'm saying? When you watch
Uh.
somebody in the box, it's
Yeah.
another thing people don't know that Roman growth in football same time the growth of Chelsea because it's not like
Yeah.
he's been exposed to the football in the beginning like that. So in the beginning he was like, "Oh, I don't want this, I want this. Oh, I don't want this, I want this." The more he learned the game with Chelsea, he became more understanding of a game. The youth system became a biggest like a big importance in his. That's what I'm gonna miss about Abramovich. That's the biggest thing because I don't think we will never have that. Is the way I just don't think we will have it. That's it.
I feel
And
like
like,
yeah.
if I can quickly add something to what
Mm, go on,
Alex
please.
said, I always like remember, like, I don't know if you guys still have it in mind, but like when Robin like missed his penalty and like Sedge saved it. If you saw how like Roman celebrated, like that's like Alex said, that's a fan. Like we had the same celebration. Like you jump out of your seat and you so
Exactly.
happy, like almost like a kid. But he was a grown man, and
Yeah,
that's beautiful to see. I'll be honest, that's beautiful to see.
that's
And
the
here's
biggest
the
part that
thing,
I'm gonna miss.
like occasionally, like how many match days that I've seen him in the corporate box loads of times, but as of late, last 3 years, I haven't seen that much. But when was the last time I saw him on TVs? Was like the Champions League final. He was kind of like hugging Tuchel, the passion
He
to
was
show
there in the World Cup.
exactly as well. That's exactly the last time I saw him in the Club World Cup, and what he did ever since he came into this club, revolutionized academy, funded a league leading women's team, and then he went over about to take care of our stuff. Don't forget the most noble thing that he's done, and this might sounds crazy. He donated some of his money to the NHS during the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, not
Yeah,
only money, he kept the hotel open
yeah,
for free.
and I think also about like the employees. Like he did gestures, and that's how it's ironic. Like if you think about it, he did more for like let even if we say London, like he did more for London than like the
The
authorities.
Boris
The
Johnson.
Yeah, like he did his job. He did Boris' job, but like people only want to look at the negative side. That's what like what like I mean that concerns me a bit. But if we keep it football, yeah, that's something like very like something like you can like applaud, because
Mhm.
usually when you think about an owner, like you want to think about someone only like who opens his check and like signs check for like players. But Roman was
I
more
gotta
than
go,
that.
guys.
All right,
I'll
No,
see you
big
no
up.
guys.
worries, no
Take
worries, no
care,
worries.
yeah. So
That's the
yeah,
thing.
like
Yeah.
he did way more than that. He wasn't just there for the players. He did way more than that. He did things uh outside the field, like we said in during the pandemic, even before. Like when he's involved in a lot of charities in UK.
Hmm.
People don't mention that.
This is the thing that when you said negative stuff, I feel like I don't want to go too political on this. I feel like what happened in the world currently right now with the war going on in the Russia and Ukraine, I don't think I understand the connection with him and Putin in that, and I just think some people have taken the liberty way too far. I think what's the most important thing is that he, even though he, I understand that the way some people are angry with him because of his relationship, but at the end of the day, I just think, like Zeke said, I think we just need to focus on more football stuff that he's done. And one of the most important thing is after Roman leaves is that we have to revamp, especially scouts. Marina could stay in the financial department. Might be good if we go a couple of years in transition. And also, if she stays here, she will support Tuchel. And more often than not, they also have the fact that the new owner's going to bring in some manager. I understand that if the new owner's coming in, but if they do, I think it will be ridiculous to say it. But I just think if we have new owners coming in, my concern is that in the next couple of years we might get some fallout at some stage, and we got this 2 week period that we need to take careful consideration who can we bring into this club, because I don't think there's a person out there can match Roman's what he's done in this club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. My bad. Like first of all, like why I don't like to bring politics into
Mm-hmm.
football is that first of like of course obviously like our thought and prayer with like the Ukrainian people. But like why I don't like to bring politics is that I always said it. There's no billionaires on earth who is clean. Like people need to take that out of their mind. There's no one like who's like that rich and who is clean. So like when it comes to owners, yes, like Roman has his had his flaws. Yeah. He's not a nice guy. We all like if you do some research, you get that. But let's not act like he's the only one who's bad. Like there are several owners who have like dirt if you want to dig on them. But let's come back to football. Like when I want to like remember Roman, I want to
Mm-hmm.
remember what he has done for Chelsea, because like rivals like to banter us saying that yes, you guys were founded in 2004. That wasn't the case.
Yeah,
Chelsea existed before Roman. Yeah,
exactly.
Chelsea existed before Roman. We will exist after. But what I want to celebrate is that during Roman's era, like we were relevant and like we were respected not only in England, but we were respected like around the world, like in Europe, because we completed club football under Roman. A lot of people don't know that, but like we won every trophy that a club can win under Roman, and that's something that you can celebrate because we did it in 2 decades. There are clubs like they are like way older than us, and they didn't like achieve that yet. So that's something to applaud. Secondly, like now that he put the club like in sale. I feel like it won't be something like maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that it will be something like let's say we are sold in the weekend. Like it will take time. So and if it happens, I'm like you. I think that some people currently at Chelsea needs to stay. Marina first and such because if you want to like change ownership, you need a smooth transition to not hurt the club more than it's
Mm-hmm.
needed. So I feel like people like Marina, especially for like the direction, the financial side, she's very important for Chelsea and Such as well because Such like he's growing in a role like that you can identify as the director of football, even though he's not there yet. So I feel like these two people and others, I don't know the whole system at Chelsea like of employees, but we need to keep some of them to have a smooth transition. Especially Tuchel likes to work with Sech and Marina. So let's not break that if we can. So yeah, like obviously we need to prepare ourselves. Most likely the next owner won't care about us as much as Roman used to. So we will have a dip. So I'm already preparing myself to not like look at City or Liverpool saying, "Oh, we need to get closer." We need to make sure to let's say make top four every year. That's what we need to get used to. Top four, top five. So yes, we'll have a dip, but if we have serious owners, I still think that we won't have a dip for too long. Like it won't be like Arsenal, like
Yeah,
you don't touch the league for like 20 years or something like that. No. Maybe we won't touch the league for like the next 5 years. But like I want us to like after these 4 or 5 years, we get back and like we challenge every year for the title. Basically like what Liverpool is doing right now. They had their dip, but once they were ready, they looked at City in the eyes at least for the last 2 seasons and like challenging like we can go like we I want us to get back to one of the best team in the world and one of the best team
exactly
in
that.
England. So that's so I'm ready to sacrifice like 3 4 years or five to get back to that because I still think that we can do that because Roman is leaving us with a big club, uh, men team, women team, and a good academy. So we have to take advantage of that. We have a good structure.
Mhm.
So
Here's the thing, like not only the fact that he had impact on the club, but also as a if I'm being a neutral perspective, I think he also had impact on the league personally. He was part of those people that you mentioned who helped the Premier League to grow.
yeah,
He spent over 20 years, 19 trophies, and managed to bring some of the best players and managers in the world to the Premier League.
yeah,
Regardless of what is going on around him, I still that strongly believe he was still part of those people who helped Premier League to be one of the successful league in the world.
yeah,
Roman saved the league from being one of horse race like Bundesliga. He's literally opened the doors for other investors
yeah,
and fattening FA's pocket by making a commercial. And the fact that, like you said, the structure itself is very remarkable, and as a whole had contributed a lot on English football. And arguably, the arrival back in 19 years ago, he established literally one of the best leagues in the world, not just players, coaches as well. And
yeah,
it's I'm like you, Zeke, but I'm I'm already prepared mentally for the worst. Let's just say if we go back to not unlike Arsenal, I think what we need to do, we need to be a sustainable club for the next 2 years. I understand like what the expectation, we need to fight for the top four or maybe the title. I think whoever the new owners get in, or maybe who get serious owners, at the end of the day, the football speaks for itself in the pitch. Tuchel will mentally like, guys, listen, you know what happened outside the scene, just forget that. Just focus on our football. I think at the
hmm
end of the day, it's the football that talks a lot. And
yeah,
if Tuchel can convince the board that we need to fight for this title, I want you to back me on this. I can't lie. We're gonna be a lot problem to handle for some of the teams, man. And I just hope that happens a lot. And yeah, I don't know what.
if I can quickly touch up on that, uh, yeah, like obviously, I feel like when we say like a Roman era, like you said, it's not only Chelsea. Like the Premier League benefited from Roman as well.
Mm,
Like you said, it wasn't like, if I'm not mistaken, like when he came, like we had two big clubs like Arsenal and Man United. With
Liverpool as well.
Roman, we were invited to the race. We were invited to the party. So that's something that benefited the league, because I think that if you compare, like, let's say the TV rights, the merchandising, the marketing that was happening at that time, and what happened after Roman came, there's an effect. So he also encouraged like others. For example, last time, like Newcastle owners, the not the owner but like the CEO, Amanda,
Mm,
she spoke about Roman. So it shows that he has like big influence, like even in the league, amongst other investors, all that. And honestly, uh I won't say that I'm not like scared. I mean, I'm worried, but not that much, because we have Tuchel. I would be more worried, I would say, if we had like a worse manager, because with Tuchel, I know that at least tactically and in terms of coaching, we'll see football on the pitch. We won't struggle as much as we could have with another manager. So that's something very interesting. Now, obviously, Tuchel is a winner, so I don't think that we'll be like, let's say, Arsenal and finish eighth. Even at our worst, when I look at this squad, the worst I can see us finish at is fifth, or maybe sixth. But I don't see a scenario where we finish below, because people have to remember this as well. The owner who buy us, he cannot afford like to see us like decline too much, because that's an asset for him. You want to protect your asset, so he will invest, maybe not as much as Roman, or maybe
mm,
he won't like put that much of his own money to like close the gap, to close the financial gaps and all that. But
mm,
I'm pretty sure that he will invest. So maybe we won't see like, the 70 million, 80 million signings, but I'm still confident that we'll have some interesting signing. And now is the time that we look at ourselves and the issue we have. For example, the recruitment, the scouting.
okay,
So
go on. Elaborate on that.
it's definitely the moment to improve on that. So I feel like we're turning, and we are at a turning point, my bad. And if we smart, that might be the beginning of something very, very good. So it's up to us. And I'm confident that if we keep Tuko and we build around him, we back him, we try to build with him, we'll be fine. We'll struggle, yes, but we'll be fine on the long term.
Here's the thing, yeah. I feel like what you said there, when you said before he came in, we kind of like, you see the back in the day, you got Man United, you got Arsenal, Liverpool, like you said. I feel like what he's done since he came in, um, I'm really running out of words to describe it, because somehow when we won that first league title, I feel like that time alone we kind of
Yeah,
like emotionally attached, because we were in a major trophy drought since 1955. That's the last time we won our league title, and
yeah,
to do that in the space of 2 years after he came in was tremendous achievement. Back in the day, you got like three horses race. Maybe you mix it up with Newcastle in there as well. But I feel like what we like about Roman Abramovich is that he's very ruthless, and he will not stop until we get some trophies in the trophy cabinet. And that's what he's done. We're literally creating numbers after numbers, records after records. And the fact that since I feel like the first that I've been watching properly under Roman Abramovich was in after the Ranieri's gone. So that season when we had 95 points, I just knew we're gonna be in something special with our owner. And not to mention the fact we got arguably one of the best coaches in the world at that time. And yeah, man. Honestly, Zeke, I'm running out of words to this, right now. So it's like I just want to cry, but it's not that it's not that easy in it. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, uh, obviously, bro. I won't say that I cried, but bro, like that's 19 years of that's 19 years of your life. Like as I said, I don't know a Chelsea without Roman because I started supporting Chelsea in 2003,
Hmm.
and the only thing I always knew is Roman. So when I heard the news, I was like, "Yo, so now we're gonna have a Chelsea without Roman." And like I won't lie, I won't say that I cried, but I got a bit emotional. Like he hits you, like you're like, okay, now there'll be change. There'll be change now. So yeah, I mean, we have to move forward, but
Yeah.
my issue is, will we get someone who wants to win as much as Roman wanted to? And yeah, that's the question.
Here's the thing. This is the interest. Come big up to you guys. 15 you guys here. Make sure you subscribe and like to Sarcasm TV
Like
channel.
like like like
Please, people, don't be stingy. It's Friday night. I know you guys went out for a piss, and so and as well as don't forget it's March as well. So don't be stingy, people. Don KGB says the issue such problem with Tuchel is he has been with every previous sport ownership before Chelsea. Him and Roman had understanding. Um, I can't lie. When I read this kind of comment, like the connection between Roman and Tuchel, kind of like brother and sisters. Have you thought of that though? Like you see the way that he's hugging him in the Champions League final after we won the second Champions League. So
yeah, like I don't even think that they had like a bad they didn't have a deep connection because Tuchel often when they ask him like did you speak to Roman, he's like no, but they never had like I would say even like slightest like disagreement because they were always on the same page because both likes to win. I think that that helped. And secondly, Tuchel is someone who really likes Chelsea. He even said that today. Like he
mm,
loves the club. So he knows how the club is run. So he even said it. I don't need to speak to Roman every day. As long as he can have like an open communication with Marina and such, he was fine with that. So
yeah,
the idea saying that oh he beefed with previous boards and ownership, yes, it happened. We won't lie, it happened, but there were reasons behind that. Like, and those reasons didn't happen yet. So I don't want to think about like an ownership who come into a new club. And let's be honest, I always say Tuchel is our most important asset. If you're smart, even on a business side, you don't want to like, let's say, lose your most important asset. So I don't see an ownership who come and like get on the bad side with Tuchel because Tuchel is someone very liked in the fan base. So you don't come somewhere trying to get the fan base on your side and start beefing with someone who they really like. So um, unless like they say, oh, now we won't play, we don't want to like win, we won't try to get into Europe as much as possible. We won't try to like do our best each year. I don't see how it will be a problem with Tuchel because he's smart. He knows that he won't be the same without Roman, and if he's ready to stay, that means that he understands and he's ready to commit. So for now, at the moment, I don't see anything negative yet. I'll be honest.
and don't worry, guys. There will be the thing is, yeah, there has to be a chance like we commemorate his achievement at the bridge someday, and the
Yeah,
fact that it's now how many days now since 2 days now after he left.
yeah,
I feel like as a club right now because they said the deadline's 15th of March. I just think what happens now between then we have to be serious in terms of getting new owners in. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good environment if the new owner's coming in and he's not serious about it. And here's the thing: I don't want to like get into political stuff, but I just feel like that thing again. For me, it's like the news and that. It's I just think it's fun and ridiculous to accuse a guy of being, you know, had a bad relationship with someone. Well, I would say patriarch. I would say in terms of President Putin and that. But yeah, yeah, man, and hopefully in the next couple of years time, we'll look back on this day, 2nd of March 2022, the day that Roman. Let maybe maybe next year. Let's see how it goes, and hopefully we'll still be a sustainable team, fighting for the title, fighting for the every cups competition that as possible. But
Yeah.
yeah.
and
Right now,
and uh,
go on.
he said himself in the statement, yeah, he would like to like come and say bye to everyone. I hope that he gets this chance. I hope as well that Chelsea does something in like commemoration, like
Hmm.
either a statue or like rename one of the stands or whatever. But he we need to see something that shows that Roman was someone important in our history, because that's the case. He's a Chelsea legend. Whether like people like it or not, he's a Chelsea legend. So he needs to be recognized as someone who's a Chelsea legend as that. So I hope that the club does something in the future for him. And
Yeah.
yeah, like honestly, like I'll be honest with people, let's like we won't have the same level we have right now, but that doesn't mean that we won't challenge for like, if for example we are in a cup, that doesn't mean that we have to get out the first round. No, that's not Chelsea. Chelsea will do the best of their possibilities each year, and I don't think that that will change. Maybe we won't win like we won 21 trophies under Roman. Maybe we won't win as much for the next like 20 years, but it's not like we won't win anything. I still want Chelsea to win as much as
Hmm.
possible. So maybe it won't be Champions League or league title, but it will be maybe like be FA Cups, Carabao Cups, stuff like that. Because right now we are a cup team, but in the future, I want us to get back to where we belong, which is champion
Yeah.
for me. For me, Chelsea should battle for every trophy each year. And
Hmm.
we weren't at that level for the last times, even though we won prestigious trophies always. But I want us to get back to where City and Liverpool are right now. Like at the beginning of the season, you know that,
Hmm.
oh, that's a serious team. They can win 15 games in a row, they
Yeah.
can go on a run, and they can challenge for the title until the last day. That's where I want to see Chelsea back at, and I still think that it's possible. We just need to be patient.
Yeah. Pretty much
Uh,
so. And Zeke,
uh, yeah,
this is probably the time. Can you name Chelsea starting 11, best starting 11 under Roman Abramovich?
uh, uh,
We'll go with
obviously,
we'll go with goalkeeper first. Goalkeeper first.
obviously, Peter said
Check
the
and goal.
best,
Yeah.
the best goalkeeper in the Premier League for me. The last 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Sech. Um, right back, I would say Ferreira.
Ooh.
It's either Ferreira or Aspi for me.
You forgot Ivanovic.
Oh shit! Damn. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn, we had good.
All right,
Yeah.
what? All right, we'll talk about what formation would you want to go? Do you want to go three at the back or four at the back?
Nah, far at the back, far at the
Four at the
back.
back. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a shout. That's a shout. Yeah, I would say, I
Ivanovic,
would
right?
say, yeah, Ivan. Ah,
this hard, isn't
Bro,
it?
that's not easy, bro. Because Aspi, I'll go Aspi. I'll go Aspi. What about you?
You know what? I feel like I speak kind of edgy because of the Club
Yeah,
World Cup.
yeah.
All right, centre backs.
Uh, John Terry
I'm telling you.
and Thiago.
I'll go John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Left back,
Ashley.
Ashley Cole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Midfield. Do you want a midfield 3 or midfield 4?
Midfield three.
Midfield 3.
Uh,
I'll go first. Lampard, Kante, and Makalay. Oh fucking hell! This is hard. Hold
you
on.
see.
Oh, hold on. Fucking hell.
Uh,
I'll go Lampard,
yeah.
Kante.
Yeah.
Oh my days. Michael Ballack.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Like. I'll go Lampard, Kante, and Essien.
Oof, fuck. I forgot SCM.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be painful for 3.
Yeah.
Hazard, Drogba, and Robin.
I'm going Hazard, Drogba, and dang. Ooh. Ah,
Oh, too many.
bro,
You got
that's
Maluda.
not easy.
You got
That's not.
Anelka as well.
Yeah,
Maluda.
like you have Anelka,
Oh,
Maluda,
days.
Diego Costa.
Oh, fucking hell. It's too. Oh.
You know what? I'm doing a midfield four with like Hazard on the edge, and you
Oh.
have two strikers, Drogba and Anelka. I, I cannot,
It's hard, isn't it?
bro. We have so many good
We
players,
have
bro.
so many good players.
Yeah, we've seen so many good players.
Don
That's
KJB,
crazy.
we have this. Here's the thing. It is very debatable though. This is the debate that will go on for long, and I think it's just a matter of preference on some people because
Yeah,
so we've got too many players under Roman Abramovich, just too many. You got Maluda as well. Don't forget him.
yeah. You got Anelka.
Joe Cole as well.
You got Joe.
William Gallas. That's
Yeah,
plenty. That's the thing.
you got Robin. You got in the midfield. Like I feel like the midfield. We had some crazy midfielders. You had Makelele, Kante, Balak, Lamps,
Miguel, yeah.
uh, Thiago,
Thiago as
Essien,
well.
uh, Matic. But we had several very good midfielders.
We have
Ramirez,
loads, man. Oh my god!
you see Ramirez as well. Like we had so
Oh,
many good players. You can forget like easily. Uh, yeah, I feel like if we have Conte, I don't put necessarily Makelele because I know that if I have Essien and Conte, no one can dominate me in the midfield. So yeah, but yeah, that's
Jorginho
a
as
fair.
well. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
bro, that's not easy.
It is not easy, but
Yeah,
yeah, pretty much. But then, now we move on to the final topic, which is the Burnley game. We got last league game was Crystal Palace. After that, we got Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup. Now, Zeke, what's your thoughts after the Luton game? I'll be back.
Okay. Um, I'll be very honest. Like, uh, the Luton game wasn't a good game for me. Yes, we won, and that's the most important thing. We didn't have injuries. That's a second good thing. But for me, like conceding against like a side like Luton twice is not serious. That's not Chelsea quality.
Mm.
So I still think that defensively we need to like be able to focus like for 90 minutes even when like the oppositions is not as good as like Liverpool. So yes, we conceded too many chances. Like I won't say too many, but like we conceded some chances that we didn't need to.
Yeah.
Offensively, we scored three times. I feel like we're starting to pro in terms of like offense. We're starting to gain confidence, so that's something good for the future. But we cannot go into games and like concede two twice. That's not acceptable because that's something we built for the last year. I
Yeah.
would say that was our strength. Like we teams when they were facing Chelsea, they knew that maximum maybe you score one goal. So I cannot accept that Luton we concede two goals from them. And in the I still think that we're not moving the ball like quick enough at sometimes. We're not
Mm.
direct enough. So that's something we should work on. So yeah,
I feel
nah,
like
that's what I
I
think.
think it's just too inconsistent with the front three, and with the game Burnley tomorrow, I
Yeah,
think we need to be careful on how we're gonna approach it. I feel like it's because the Burnley game for me, I think it's more crucial to the fact that we've got literally a couple points behind Liverpool. They're gonna play later after our game, and we're literally sitting third, 10 points behind Liverpool, 16 points behind Man City, and the fact that we've got two games in hand, which is Arsenal and Leicester. I feel like we need to start closing the gap a little bit, and
yeah,
building some momentum because I think that the confident goals boost from Timo Werner and Lukaku kind of like spark a little bit, but at the same time, you're gonna go up against another low block team against Burnley, which we play really poor on November. It's the reverse picture on November. We play really poor, and we need to be we need to be more alert. And the fact that, like you said, that two goals for me was unacceptable that we concede. I feel like I feel like that game alone kind of like mentally it was kind of hot hot disjointed the whole camp there because they did not expect um the way that
yeah,
news and the news as well. It was came during the half time, maybe during the game, and
yeah. He
it was
came. He
it was
came
it
a
was a
few
bit
minutes
shocked.
before. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a bit shocked. And then the second half, when they found out that news, they kind of like, guys, let's just win it for Roman, and that's what they did. And tomorrow will be the same thing as well. I think it's just like we need to approach it in a better way. And the fact that tomorrow another test against Burnley, we know Burnley is a bogey team. We should be beating Burnley. In all honest opinion, they're a very poor side at the moment, currently sitting few points above the relegation zone. We cannot take Burnley lightly. We need to be professional in comes on tomorrow, innit? But
yeah.
yeah, do you want to add something to that, Zeke? Or
Yeah, like Burnley is I don't like Burnley. I'll be honest. I don't like Burnley because they have a they have this style of like they play like uh, direct, but like not direct like on the pitch. It's long balls. It's like for like you get the ball, but you have to fight to get the second one. Like they have a special way of playing, and I feel like they are one of the rare teams to play that way in the league. So you know that when you face Burnley, it's always special. And as you said, like the Roman news, I think that it will be still in the head, in the player's head, because
hmm
they are kind of confused, maybe more confused than us. So I don't expect them to have like to like squash that real quick. But I expect them to be professional, so I still think that tomorrow they can play good. I think that we can win. It won't be easy, but I still think that we can win. And yeah, like we have tomorrow with Burnley, we're starting like a bit of a easy and achievable run in terms of success. So um, we can like pretty much close the gap if we're serious, because Liverpool and City won't have easy games. So we can like maybe not like catch up completely, but at least reduce the gap. And yeah, that was the objective at the beginning of the season, at least for me. Uh, finish like less than 12 points from the first place. And I think that if we're serious, we can do that, because we need to start a run now in terms of like confidence, or
Hmm.
even like on the pitch. How do you call that? Chemistry and all that. Yeah. And yeah, Tuchel, I agree for the front three. Tuchel needs to be like more specific now. He needs to choose a front three and go with that, at least for few games, so we will see like who can like do it and who cannot. But we cannot keep like doing we cannot keep going with oh, we have this front three today, we have another one after. I feel like it also works against us. They're not performing well.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you said, Zeke, I feel like the front three were very inconsistent at times. For example, when Mason Mount informed early this season, Havertz was injured as well. He was playing poorly, and now it's the reverse. Literally, Havertz now is informed, and Mount was injured. So here's the thing: we got young, good players in our team, and they have shown enough to suggest that they weren't patient as they play back into form of fitness. It's not easy to keep a cool head after that win against Luton. Arguably, like that, they they're a bogey side in terms. They're sitting in the playoffs championship spot. I think they got a good chance to be promoted in the Premier League, and hopefully, all in all, I think we've shown enough to be optimistic against Luton Town, and it is what it is, and we just need to be consistent. And however, I still have doubts about professionalism and injury record, but I just think we need to be more prepared because the fixtures, the next couple of fixtures will not be that easy. So yeah, before we're gonna wrap this up, anyone want to ask question, or Zeke, you want to add some points and anything like that, or
Yeah. Well, what's your 11, and what's
oh
your
yeah,
starting 11 for tomorrow? And what do you
I would
think about
go.
Norwich? Because we're playing Norwich like midweek
Oh yeah, I
next
forgot about
next
that.
week.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna. Norwich is a no-brainer. Honestly, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, yeah, we have to win that one. I
We
won't
have to
lie.
win that one as well. And same goes to Norwich. At the end of the day, we don't take Norwich lightly. We have to be professionalism at the end of the day. So I'll start Mendy. Back three, kind of like speak for itself. Aspie, Silva, and Rudiger. Unfortunately, Marcus Alonso going to be there. I'll play
Yep.
Kovacic and Kante in that midfield, and that right wing back Reece James, and up front Pulisic, Havertz, and Ziyech for me.
Pulisic, Havertz, yes.
Mm.
Interesting. Who do you have at the right? Reese.
Reece James, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Personally, I don't think Reese is fit yet. So I basically have the same front three as you. Ziyech, Havertz, and Pulisic.
Hmm.
I think on the wing backs, I will play Alonso and Aspi. In the
Hmm.
midfield, Kova, Kante. And for the back three, I think that it will be Rodiger, Thiago
Hmm.
Silva,
Hmm.
and Christensen if he's fit, or Chaloba. That's what I think for tomorrow. And for Burnley, I think that we'll rotate. So I expect to Tuchel to give minutes to Saul because he had a very good game
Yeah.
against Luton. If there's someone we can like highlight, him and Werner had like a good game. So I expect both to play against Norwich if possible. So yeah, and yeah, I have Mendy in the sticks both for this game and the next one. Yeah, I think that he needs to get back to his consistency.
Yeah. I would rotate for the Norwich game. I'll take Aspie off, and then
Yeah,
I'll
give
put
minutes
Sal.
to Rick.
Yeah, give minute to Rubenov to shake in that midfield,
Yeah,
and
he had a
yeah,
great
pretty
game
much.
as well.
Yeah, the great game, pretty much that. And then we got Newcastle next week. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go into your questions. Mr. Deals asks, what was your favorite memory of the Roman Abramovich era? Which was your best signing? Ooh,
Bro, we had so many good memories, man. Uh,
Club World Cup for me. That was the best memory I've had. Like the way that he hold on the hold that trophy. He smiled to the camera. He knows that that's the one. That's the trophy
yeah,
I
the
was
one he
missing the
was.
most.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I would say Club World Cup as well because what you said, we've been like running after that one for years. We
Hmm.
tried in 2013, didn't work.
Hmm.
Now we didn't miss the opportunity. So yeah, I would say that and the first title with Mourinho. Those two are like very like strong for me. And for the signings, what do you think? I know.
You go first. I'm gonna have to think this.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'll say Kante, 2016. I feel like at that time we were on a that was the worst season that we've had, and
Mhm.
the fact that Roma's literally stole the headline by signing Kante. I was very
Yeah.
surprised that Kante is going to sign Chelsea because
Yeah, me too.
I was very surprised though.
Because like I think we finished 10th
Yeah,
and he was champion with Leicester. So
yeah.
I was like, wow. So that means that we still have juice. Uh, for me, like I would say Makelele.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he transformed like our midfield, and yeah, he was one of our best players. We were serious. No one wanted to like get Chelsea. That was great. We weren't like at our best, but we were starting like to be like that team like that everyone feared, and I like that.
Mhm.
And yeah, Makelele for me.
And deals Frank Lampard signing was before Roman came, so
Yeah,
it doesn't count.
yeah.
But
That's why I didn't mention him. Yeah.
yeah. Um, Second question here: what ownership would you prefer to take over from Roman Abramovich from the list of candidates? I want some serious owners in this team.
Yeah.
I don't care who. Like you could that
Yeah.
list of candidates doesn't show me yet but at the end of the day we just want serious owners that would want to take over for numerous of money. I'll take my preferred is probably like some of the Arabs though. I don't mind Arabic tycoon, rich, money, full of
Yeah.
money, more serious. Yeah, man, pretty much
Uh,
that.
for me, I'll be honest. Like, what I want in an owner, uh, I want him to be serious. Like, he cares about Chelsea, not like the Glazers or like Cronky. I want him to be able to like invest in the team, like for success. And third, I just want him to like improve on what like needs improving. So like if an owner can have like these three and care about the fans, for me it's good. Like I don't look at like the nationality or like where he comes from. I don't care about that. I just want someone like who cares about us, who cares about the club, who won't like make us decline. And yeah. So yeah, currently I'll be honest, I don't see like when I look at the names I'm saying so far, there's no one like that moves me. I'll be honest. So I hope that that's not the names we're hearing back because each of them has an issue for me. So let's see. But Romans, I trust Roman to choose the right person because he's smart and he knows that Chelsea is his baby. Like you don't give your baby like your 19 like years like fed baby to someone who wouldn't take care of it. So yeah, pretty much what Latimer said. Like if it's possible, that's the idea. But that would be hard. That would be very hard.
Yeah, pretty much so. Like I want someone like just want to continue what Roman's legacy, in
Yeah,
this team. Pretty much only that. That's all I can ask for. I don't care what you got, like how much if you got less money than Roman. Just we need to start being a serious club at the end of the day.
hundred
We are a
percent.
global brand for this team, and the fact that it's been recognized by nearly worldwide now. It just
Yeah,
goes to show Chelsea is a big franchise as a whole. And last question is, I think, Dills, do you think Chelsea Czech will stay at the club? I think he will. I don't think he will. He won't leave. I don't think he will leave. Didn't he?
I mean, I don't think he has like the whole like. I don't think like he can choose completely to stay or not. But I want him to stay for two reasons. First, he's a legend. He's a Chelsea legend. And secondly, he's doing a great job. He has a good partnership with Tuchel. He's doing a great job. He just came like what 3 seasons ago, so
Hmm.
he still can do his thing. I don't want an ownership like who slates everything, like who squashes everything and bring their nah. We don't need too many changes right now. We need stability and growth. So yeah, I don't know if he'll stay because I don't think that it's in his hands. But I want him to stay, if I could say that way.
Yep, 100%. I don't think the sponsorship won't go away. I think it's that's the club sponsors, not the owner
Yeah,
sponsors.
yeah, that has nothing to do with Roman. Yeah,
Yeah. And Czech is yeah. I don't I don't I don't think him leaving. I don't think Tech will not leave him as a technical director because I feel like I think it's just a connection to the club that makes him, pretty. I just can't see New Owners getting rid of Peter Cech at the moment. I just can't see that.
yeah.
Pretty much so. Let's look at other comments here, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and like. People, don't be stingy. I know it's already midnight. I know some of you man still outside drinking in the street. Don't be stingy. Open your phone. Just click the like, people. Don't be in it.
Like guys.
Go on.
No,
Oh
no.
yeah. Oh, pretty much. Let me have a look on this. I don't think we can. Like, if the new owners coming in and they say they want to expand the stadium, hopefully, I think that's been our main target. The problem is that we have the Chelsea pitch owners that that halted that progress, and also the council itself. So it won't be that easy. Hopefully, the owners find a way, and bygones be bygones, isn't it?
Yeah, like I think that ultimately we will, because I don't think that the pitch owners will accept that we make, like, let's say, too many changes with Stamford Bridge. And secondly, that if you think about it, there's no, like, let's say, space outside of Stamford Bridge to stay that we expand. So I think that ultimately we will either stay that way, which is not good because, like, we are growing as a fan base. We, as you said, we are global brand and all that. So I think that ultimately we'll move out of Stamford Bridge and build a new stadium. I don't know where, but I think that that's what will happen in the future. And I agree. Actually, Serge Marina will make sure that we'll stay serious, because I don't think that they will stay with an ownership who doesn't care or just wants, like, let's say, to make top four so they can collect money. So
Mm.
that's something to think about. That's another reason I want these two to stay.
Yeah, pretty much so. And I can't lie, guys. I think we're gonna wrap up the stream here. It's been over an hour now. And Zeke, where can people find you?
Uh, you guys can find me on Twitter at Dunzik. I don't know where it is, but you have that. You guys can find me on Spaces every Friday on YouTube on this amazing podcast with my friend. And yeah, you guys can find me either. Sometimes I'll be in the comments for other shows on Sarcasm City or on the Twitch channel. So you guys make sure to like this video,
Yeah,
subscribe if you're not if you're not yet, and make sure to follow all of us. And yeah, this is a dope channel. Make sure you're subscribed. No matter,
yes,
like, which
people.
club you support, subscribe. You'll have content
Right,
for your club.
exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah, guys,
take
you
care,
can
man.
find me on Twitter, and also you can find me on Lewis's channel, Carefree Lewis G. Make sure you give him a subscribe as well. Make sure you give him a pop like as well. And guys, without further ado, I think we're gonna wrap up the stream here. We'll be back by next week at the same time. Hopefully, we're gonna be smiling after the Norwich win and the Burnley win tomorrow. So stay safe. It's Friday night and it's already weekend.
Up the chest.
Up the Charles. Don't do drugs. Drink your vitamins. Drink your lots of water. And don't commit a crime, people. Make sure you stay safe and catch up with you guys later next week. Peace.
Peace.